Perfect excuse to make another video. Hi, hello everyone and welcome back to SamCastGS, where my hair is a little too long and I'm planning to get it cut. And happy Valentine's Day to all of you except for those who see it as Singles Awareness Day, like myself. Yes, not everyone has somebody for Valentine's Day, and that's not necessarily like terrible. I mean, sure, it's a little depressing. Why do my hands look like gigantic, but then I realize that they actually are pretty big. I have relatively big hands. But like sometimes they're closer to the camera and it kind of seems like they're ginormous, and they're not ginormous, they're just large, as you could, like this is the size comparison. Anyway, back to the thing. Not everyone has a date for Valentine's Day, and that's fine. Hold on, I'm gonna adjust this a little bit. Little bit. Okay. All right. Oh, nope. Camera, don't freak out on me, okay? Oh. That's like no different. Okay, just trying to adjust. This is a seamless start to the video. Eventually, I'll get to my point. The point is, I was talking to one of my friends recently, and they pointed out that Valentine's Day isn't necessarily. I can't enunciate today, and that's turning out to be somewhat of a problem. It's not necessarily about the person you're dating or the person you're married to. I mean, if you are dating somebody, you are married to somebody, hopefully not like both at the same time, unless you're dating the person you're married to, which is a romantic idea. Don't let anybody tell you different. You should definitely like still go on dates. You want to keep that spark alive. And the best way to do that is to make them feel loved every day that you can. But back to the people who don't have a significant other or spouse or whatever, it's not just about relationships. At least not the relationship like that. It's also about the other people in your life that you love. It's a day of love, and you should love whoever you love. That was nice and specific. The point is, don't ever feel depressed that you're not with somebody. Okay, that's kind of a weird tall order to ask, because I'm kind of depressed that I'm single. But computer, I swear to all of the computer gods, why are you going to sleep? I'm still using you. There's a program open and currently running. Oh, what was I even talking about? Ugh. It's a day of love, and that love doesn't necessarily have to be targeted at a person that you're dating or married to. So you should, if you are dating or married to somebody, like that's just a very considerate thing to do. I'm focusing on the single people right now. So even if you are not in a relationship, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy the day. You can still call it Singles Awareness Day, because that's, you know, it's kind of hard not to be aware that you're single on Valentine's Day. I wasn't even really thinking about it when Valentine's Day was starting to roll around. I look super wide from this angle. I promise you I'm not as wide as I seem. Wow, I am kind of wide at this angle. Never mind, just forget that ever happened. But like I said, I wasn't even thinking about Valentine's Day. I had kind of grown accustomed to being single, which is a point you should really get to before you start dating again, because I read this quote one time. It says something along the lines of, in order to be truly happy with someone, you need to learn to be happy alone. That way the relationship will be a matter of choice, not necessity. And that's super important, because if you just kind of jump into a relationship, you might jump in for the wrong reasons. For gratification rather than the want to be with the person. And now I feel like I'm a little off-center. Now I'm not off-center. Yeah. So yes, I reached the point where I didn't entirely mind being single. And then I wasn't even thinking about Valentine's Day until like February 2nd or something rolled around, and I heard somebody be like, hey, Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm like, yeah, it is, isn't it? And since then, I've been on this weird downward spiral without really thinking about it. Like for the past week, I've been getting gradually more irritable and sensitive. Didn't really realize why until a few days ago, where I'm like, because this is the first Valentine's Day in like 7 years that I will not have had somebody to spend it with. I figured that Valentine's Day would be a tough day for me, but I failed to anticipate the extent. This is not meant to be upsetting. I'm fine, and I will be fine. I've just found that I'm the kind of person who much prefers to be in a relationship to being single. That being said, it's good that I've kind of grown accustomed to being single. I don't really mind it, because that way I'm not jumping into my next relationship without really considering whether or not I actually want to be with that person. But all that taken into account, I'm definitely the kind of person who prefers to have someone special in my life. But for now, Singles Awareness Day it is. And for my Singles Awareness Day, I am choosing to think about the people in my life that I care about and that I'm thankful for. I know that kind of sounds like Thanksgiving, but you know what? It's shh. You can be thankful on more than one day. It's a thing. My hair keeps getting in my face. I'm gonna get a haircut soon. It's like, it keeps doing that. I'm like, oh good, I'm half blind now. So now that we're down into the final few minutes of recording, we're gonna move on to the dinosaur of the day. Yes, it's the Valentine's dinosaur. The Valentinosaur. So we're on Compsognathus. Wow, I was hoping it'd be a little more romantic of a dinosaur. Can dinosaurs be romantic? Suppose there's a ceratopsian dinosaur that has like a heart-shaped frill, and that would have been romantic. But we're doing Compsognathus. Look at that guy. He's got a tiny little thing in his mouth, and he's like, back off, birds, this is my thing. Compsognathus, also known as elegant jaw. Well, Valentine's Day is elegant, we can go with that. I'm gonna try to put as many Valentine's Day spins on this whole reading as possible. Saurischia, Theropoda, and Coelurosauria. I'm getting better at this. One of the smallest dinosaurs yet discovered, this meat eater probably grew to no more than 2 feet long, about the size of a house cat. Oh, kitty. It's a very vicious little dinosaur kitty, though. Compsognathus was a typical Coelurosaur built for speed and agility, which enabled it to chase down and snap up lizards and other small game. This is turning out to be very difficult to throw Valentine's Day spins on some of these things, so I apologize. Fossilized bones of fossilized bones of a lizard were found in the stomach of the most complete skeleton of a Compsognathus yet unearthed. Oh, I don't know like how long ago this was. They might have found some more Compsognathus skeletons, but we're gonna... It's whatever. Like many other small theropods, Compsognathus had skeletal features that more closely resembled modern birds than other modern reptiles. Birds and the bees! Ha! That's not really so much of a Valentine's Day joke as it is a sex joke, and that kind of got really... Moving on. It shared the landscape of late Jurassic Europe with Pterodactylus, a famous flying reptile. I guess that might be what those guys are, the pterodactylers. Anyway, physically it's 2 feet long and 6.5 pounds. The tail was extremely long, tapering, and has strong, almost bird-like hind limbs with large 3-toed feet. Short forelimbs with 2 or 3 clawed fingers. It also had a long neck, flexible neck. I guess I read that very poorly. And had a fairly large head and jaws armed with sharp teeth. Fossil sites are Germany and France. And geologic age, late Jurassic. So this is our dinosaur of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Compsognathus, the most romantic of reptiles for the most romantic of days, or not so romantic for, you know, I'm not going to go into that again. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you would like to subscribe, you're more than welcome to. There's a link to my channel in the description, as well as a link to my Facebook page and my link to my Twitch stream, which I am planning to use fairly soon. Hoping to stream some Last Guardian at some point. That game is adorable. Also, if you'd like to leave a comment or leave a like on the video or leave a dislike if you're from Russia and one of those people who like to do that. Not that all Russians do that, just the few that decided to bog down my videos and it didn't work. Sorry. So thanks again for tuning in. Goodbye.